As Howard University continues to make their ascent in the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference, if they win a championship, it certainly will be impacted by the former Laurel High School coach who's having an impact on the Bison bench. I'm Mark Gray from Howard University with the story of how Howard's championship run is being fueled by a man who has strong ties to the Laurel community. Every coach needs a trusty confidant to have his back, and at Howard University, former Laurel High coach Keith Cottrell is head coach Kevin Nickelberry's wingman. The two have been professionally inseparable for the last 8 years.
People thought when he got the job in his first year that, oh, you're going to go to Hampton. I was like, I have no desire, so it was after his second year he felt like he needed to have somebody who does what I do, on his staff, and and the rest is history, as they say.
We're one of the few staffs that stayed together for the entire 6 years I've been in the MEAC with him and Coach Lyons. But he's a guy that can do, if I'm not here, I have no doubt he can do everything that's necessary to put us in a position to be successful.
After 13 years, including the final 8 as boys basketball coach, Cottrell left a team at Laurel that was finally ready to compete for a state championship. As tough as it was for Cottrell to leave the high school, it was easy to make a giant professional leap to college with an old friend.
When Nick got this job, it was just a fantastic opportunity, obviously, to come back home and then to work here at Howard, which is a university that I'd always been familiar with because I'd been in the area, and we'd come down to Howard when we were students to hang out with our backpacks and sit on the quad like we were students, fake Friday Howard students, right? We come down on Fridays just to kind of soak up the atmosphere, and then again, like I said, when Nick was here as an assistant, we would come to a lot of the games. So I always had an affinity for the university, and have enjoyed my opportunities here at Howard.
Cottrell actually spent his first 2 years with Nickelberry when he was at Hampton University, commuting between Laurel and Hampton. So this year, when the Bison went to Hawaii, he was able to give something back to the family that had sacrificed so much for him.
It shows that he was committed to, one, being a college basketball coach. He was, two, committed to what we were trying to get accomplished at Hampton. And at 3, he showed me how important, I told him how important he was to me to bring him on my staff so we could be successful. And he's been a part of a lot of success we had there.
And so when we had the opportunity to go to Hawaii, it was well worth, the financial commitment to get the family there. And we had a fantastic bus tour the last day with the players and, and families, and so our kids really enjoyed the bus tour. We had a great guy who took us all around the island, so we got sort of an education about the history of Hawaii, and that was a really great bonding time, not only for us and the players, but with our families as well.
It's Cottrell's time as special educator at Laurel High that has paid big for Howard's team GPA, which is over 3.0. They are contenders in the MEAC for the championship this season and winning in the classroom as well.
I use a lot of those techniques that I learned as a special educator in terms of dealing with casework, with dealing with the student athletes, and helping them to meet successful outcomes in the classroom.
Keith is a very intelligent guy. He's a guy with a lot, probably 100 degrees. He's always got an unbelievable quote, unbelievable something to say. That's going to inspire these guys to do what's necessary to get us ready to play.
It remains to be seen if the Bison have enough to win a MEAC title this year, but they have taken giant steps from when Coach Cottrell and Kevin Nickelberry took over here at Howard. The players are not only growing on the basketball floor and become a thorn in the side of the perennial contenders in this league, they're growing as men. And a lot of it has to do with the foundation laid by Cottrell from his days at Laurel High. For Laurel TV at Howard University, I'm Mark Gray.